falls out of the die and lands on a blank in a different area than where it came from, and then is struck. So what you end up with is an indention that is a design element, but is indented into the coin in a different area. And
it's in the wrong place.
It's in the wrong place, but it's also indented into the coin. So what happens is this piece of, think about it like taking a piece of Play-Doh and punching something out of it, and then moving it over and smashing it down into the Play-Doh. And from there, you can kind of see how the design would be transferred from one area to the other. Now, this is really, really, really scarce. Like I said, I've never seen it. Most of the time, this piece of debris would have been obliterated after one strike. So, you only get one chance to find this particular kind of error in the millions of coins that are made. And this coin's really.
And in 1921, they made a lot.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And this particular coin is really cool because the way you can tell that it is a dropped design element is because if you look at the kind of the bundles of leaves in the wreath around the reverse, one of the particular bundles is much, much, much much more clearly struck than the other bundles of leaves. And that tells me that this is where this piece of gunk came from. Because you have these leaves that look like blobs, and then you have this one group of leaves that's really defined, and you can see the stalks and everything, and then the next one's kind of a blob. And so, it tells me that this die was filled, this little piece broke out, and landed over here and was struck. So, I know for non-air people, it's probably like, oh, woohoo, but these are really rare. I can't say I've ever seen one in person, and this one's actually pretty big. It shows like 4 leaves and part of a couple more. So it's a very, very good size. Usually when you see these on modern coins, it's a letter or a number, and that's it. So this is really large.
Well, those are the easiest things to recognize after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so this begs the typical questions. One, did the people or person that brought it in know what they had?
We didn't even know what we had until later. So unfortunately, no. And there's just not much I can do about that one. We buy so many 21 Morgans that it's like.
So you just bought it as a 21 Morgan?
Yeah, I mean, and it's uncirculated. So we bought it. I think we bought 3 rolls of them today. So it's like, you open the roll, you look, make sure they're all 21s, and put it back in the roll, and that's it. So.
And what about this coin exactly was it that caught your eye? I mean, because I know that you're only giving them a cursory look.
Yeah. I mean, on that particular coin, it's that's all the look they're going to get from us. It just happened to be one that side was on the bottom of the roll, and as I was moving the roll around, we happened to spot it. So
okay.
So I got to look at it and was like, huh. I thought it was, at first it was just a little area of damage, so I wanted to take it out. And then I got to looking at it, and I was like, there's something else going on here. And then I put 2 and 2 together.
So who was first to attribute it?
Sam, actually, was first to attribute it.
Sam Schaefer.
And then, he kind of passed it around and said, hey, look at this, guys. What do you think about this? So.
And is this one that is going to have a third-party attribution?
I got to think so, just because, like I said, I've never seen one before. And I'm not sure if anybody really cares all that much, but I think it's cool.
Well, the question is will it sell for a premium?
Maybe.
I mean, that's the real question.
I know the modern coins do.
I'm sure that there are all kinds of interesting things that walk into that shop every week, but the question really becomes what will sell for a premium.
It doesn't necessarily have to be worth a ton of money for me to consider it the coolest thing.
Just more than you paid for it.
Well, yeah, and then everything I buy, in theory, should be worth more than I paid for it, hopefully. But, being a coin nerd, which is what I consider myself, I think that that is the coolest thing that we bought all week.
Pictures to follow?
Pictures to follow. I do have pictures.
Okay. So we'll see that on the website at coinshowradio.com. Click on What Walked In Gallery and take a look at this newest edition of the coolest thing that walked in the Met Shop this week. We would like to thank our contributors, the people that wrote to us, offered suggestions and ideas, posted to social media, asked questions, or in some other way inspired us. As always, an enormous thanks to you for listening. Without you, the listeners, this entire endeavor would be completely pointless. Thanks to Tony Alvarez and the Tony Alvarez Band for our theme music. Visit them at TonyAlvarezBand.com. Also, a big thanks to Coffin Cats for the use of their music. Visit them at CoffinCatsRock.com. A big thanks to our Facebook Twitter coordinator, Andy Simonson. Andy is making our Facebook page a place to be.
It's like he's a pro, I think.
On social media.
I think he's a closet Facebook pro.
I don't know, but he is killing it. He's posting new and interesting articles every day. If you have recently visited our Twitter or Facebook pages, you have enjoyed his work. I know that. And if you haven't checked it out yet, come and take a look at our new Facebook page. It's easy to find at facebook.com/CoinShowRadio. The stuff that Andy posts there every day is amazing, keeps you well informed. Share the posts and articles with your friends and the people you know.
You know, I'm part of this whole thing, and I find it interesting. So if that tells
it is amazing. He kills it, and we tell him that all the time, and I still can't tell him enough.
I just want to hug him.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out our new Facebook group entitled Friends of the Coin Show. It's a closed group where we all share our observations, information, discoveries, and things of interest. One of the things I like about the group is that everyone who subscribes sees every message. So unlike most of Facebook, where some people see what you post,
or what
and some don't, our group shares our thoughts and interests with everyone in real time. It's kind of like a replacement for our old Coin Show forum, where listeners could share your thoughts, with everyone, and people could respond, but it's bigger and nicer.
Yeah.
Now, this week, in our closed group Friends of the Coin Show, we had a charity auction. And in this charity auction, we took a piece of Coin Show memorabilia, something that we created when we did our first World's Fair Money show in 2013. And I had this really great idea. I figured, we got Q David Bowers, got Chris Karstedt, we've got Dennis Tucker, some big names. What I want to do is I took dollar bills, and much in the style of a short snorter from the old service days, had everybody from the show sign the bill. And Bowers was a little bit different. He decided that he wanted to sign it on the back. So his is the only signature on the back, and then you got all the nobodies on the one side. So what I told him at the time that he signed it is I said, look, I'd like to auction these off to a charity and, give the money away to charity. You cool with that? And he's like, yeah, no, it's great. Anything that helps. Cool. That's cool. So what we did was I, got really excited. I came back. We started recording a new show, and I put it up on a website, and it was like, here, we got these, bills from the World's Fair Money show. Anybody like to take a bid? We're going to give the money to charity. And
wah, wah, wah.
You couldn't hear the sound of crickets loud enough. I mean, nothing happened. Nobody cared. So I kind of like, okay, well, maybe, minor internet celebrity, whatever. And so I just kind of put him away, and I didn't touch him. And a couple of days ago, I said, you know what? It's a really good cause. It's a really good thing. We've got this new private group. Let's try it again. And I got some bids. What we were going to do is we were going to auction off one of the bills. And I got a couple of bids, and as I looked through the box that had the bills, I realized that I had several of them, and that we had several people. We actually had 3 that were really stepping up and were putting in, bids.
Yeah,
that we're
all this money's going to charity.
So as a matter of fact, I'll mention the charity. The charity is One Step Kids, or onestepcamp.org, which is it's a charity that sends kids to summer camp, them and their family, where they can just be a kid. These are kids with cancer and their families, and it lets them feel just like normal kids. And this particular charity is one of my favorites. It's a local Chicago charity, and it's like a very, very high percentage of the money that is given actually goes to the kids.
Yeah, that's good.
And so today, while we're recording, it's Giving Tuesday, which is always the Tuesday after Black Friday. And so we decided that today we would actually make our donation. So we had Barry Swan Mr. Idea Man himself,
Mm-hmm.
PJ Hankins, and Brian Robert Scanlon. And all three of them ponied up $50 for one of these bills. And I figured at that point I gotta put them out of their misery. We're not going to take any higher bids than that. And I sent each one of them a bill. And as it turns out, I've got two of them left. So we'll have to figure out maybe if we can do something else that we can make a donation. But we did this in our Friends of the Coin Show forum, and it was something that the only people that saw it were the people that subscribed to our little closed group. And, you know, we had a little charity auction. We did something really good for a really good charity. And, you know, that's what I like about that place.
Yeah.
Is the things that we can do are a little bit.
It opens up new possibilities.
Yes. So it's a great place to share stuff and get feedback and opinions. We really like the format. Come and check it out. Just search Facebook for groups, and our group is named Friends of the Coin Show. Did you know, Matt, that this and many recent episodes are available for your listening pleasure on iTunes, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and, of course, on our website, CoinShowRadio.com. That's right, Matt.
That's right.
That's right. And if you listen, or if you visit our webpage at CoinShowRadio.com, you'll find links to listen to or download all of our past episodes, even the bad ones. You can also make comments on the episodes there, so share your thoughts. On our website, you can also ask us questions through our link to questions at CoinShowRadio.com. You can check current precious metal prices. You can read the book reviews and recommendations or see pictures of some of the cool stuff that has walked into Matt's shop. You'll also find links to our social media pages. So please come and look around. Just don't stand there and stare. It's really impolite. Okay, I give you permission just this once. Anyways, go to our website or our social media and share your thoughts with us. Tell us how we can improve your Coin Show Radio experience and make it the best Coin Show Radio you've ever heard. Whichever you like to do, share our site, our social media, and our podcast with your friends, and it will make you better looking, more appealing to women, and rich.
Mike, I don't think you can say that.
Okay, maybe not. But it will make you look like the new mismatist in your group and when it comes to coins.
Yeah.
So for the Coin Show, I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And we'll talk to you next time when I stop just blathering on the Coin Show. We sponsored this week, Matt?
You can be sponsored by the Lost Dutchman if you want.
You really liked that last week, didn't you?
That was good. Out of left field, I liked it.
Yeah, it was. So we got to do something different.
It don't matter to me.
Yeah, I know. The news is sponsored by RememberX. When memory lapses,
this is the Not Mike's Cup of Tea episode.
you know, I got an apology from Kelly last week about the blooper reel. And she said it only took us 109 episodes, but we finally did one where there really weren't any mistakes in it.
Wow.
Yeah. But I said she just doesn't know what a mistake is.
Yeah, she obviously is not paying attention
obviously
to what
not.
is going
we
on.
needed to talk about that if she's going to be editing the show.
That's right. So listen here, Kelly. Here's the deal. Just take everything